Friends, this is just terrible. The family will be burying Mikey and JJ. Something unexpected happened and they couldn't survive it. This is the worst day for all of us. There will be a day of mourning throughout the village in honor of Mikey and JJ.
Mikey, wake up as quickly as possible. Our plan went perfectly. Nobody thought we were alive.
What, really? No one even checked us or showed us to the doctors? Great!
That means we can start. Today, we will build a house inside the grave and prank our families. This idea came to me not so long ago, and Mikey and I decided to implement it. Everything will be really cool.
Exactly! We really wanted to prank our family in different ways. I really hope that we will all succeed.
But first, we will have to build a house in the grave or next to it. For this, we need at least some tools.
In any case, it will be really very difficult to work here. But this is simply necessary if we want to make a cool house inside a grave.
We are planning to do some pranks on our family. The villagers in the village will really help us with this. They'll play along with us. That sounds really cool, because we've been preparing this prank for several days. This is its final stage. When our family finds out about the pranks, then they won't have much fun, because this prank is really very hard.
In any case, we must see this through to the end. Once we have already taken it, we cannot go back. I hope our friends have as much fun as we do.
100% they will have fun, because our pranks are some of the best in the whole world. You and I are the kings of pranks. But like we said, the first thing we need to do is organize our home. At least dig a good hole. Later, we'll go for our first prank. We will lead the sheep into the well.
Our wives will really be shocked that instead of us, there will be sheep there. That's why it will be very, very funny.
Exactly, Mikey. We have to organize all this as quickly as possible and get them there. Our family won't expect anything like this. Next, our pranks will become much more interesting because they won't understand what exactly will happen here. We, in turn, will do all the possible pranks that we can come up with. I'm sure it will be a lot of fun. No one has done this before. That's why we can quickly solve all this and bring the matter to an end. I hope there won't be any big problems with this.
Each of us is doing our best to solve problems. That's why we can bring the matter to the end. And of course, as best we can. In any case, we really came up with something very interesting and will try to implement it. Although to say that it is difficult is to say nothing.
Mikey is right. We must do everything correctly so that our wives don't guess what's going on here. This is a really difficult test, but we will definitely cope with all this and we'll be glad to win. Now, let's go call our house. Our wives will have to go out and save the sheep. This will really be very, very important.
JJ, but can you explain to our friends why we are doing this? Why did we have to lead the sheep into the well?
It's very simple, Mikey. We'll distract our wives with this. When our wives are busy with the sheep and building a house for them, we, in turn, will take all the necessary blocks for our house.
Whoa! This sounds really, really cool! We will then be able to build our own house inside the grave quickly enough.
That's exactly why I wanted to solve everything as quickly as possible and without any problems. I hope we can actually do something interesting. I believe in it. Each of us will do everything possible to win this battle. I hope we just go ahead and do it. It will really be very, very simple.
We'll really have to take advantage of the moment. Look, they really went there.
Great! Our first trap simply did what we wanted. We will really be able to realize everything we wanted very quickly. Because our girls are really doing everything possible to defeat and save these sheep. They really mean business.
The faster all this passes, the faster we will do our specific pranks.
Our first task is to build a cool house. I hope we can implement this quickly and without any problems. This will be just incredibly cool.
I completely agree with you. The faster the better. I want to show our friends our cool pranks.
These pranks will make our wives very, very angry. Because we will put anyone in our grave, just not us. Mikey, everything is going according to my plan, so now we need to get to our house.
I'm completely ready to go there. Our wives are distracted by the sheep. We can sneak in quietly enough and pick up all the things we need. There is nothing complicated.
So, we must sneak in as unnoticed as possible. This is going to be really hard, Mikey, but this is exactly what we must do. Our things are on the second floor. Therefore, we need to solve all these problems as quickly as possible.
Each of us will really do everything possible to avoid being seen by our wives. We will handle this like no one else better.
Great, Mikey. I'm glad you understand. We must solve this problem as quickly as possible and return to our home in the grave. We must make it better. When we organize all this, then it will be incredibly cool and interesting. I hope that we will solve all the problems quickly enough.
Each of us does our best to prepare the best pranks, but for this we need a basis.
I believe that we can solve all problems and bring our pranks to perfection. I don't believe in all these problems. Phew, we were actually able to do it and take it all without any problems. I thought they would actually find us, but everything went quite easily.
You and I are real ninjas and no one can find us. We did everything quietly and without witnesses. Even our wives did not understand what had happened.
It turned out really cool. My plan went perfectly, as well as possible. I hope we can create something for us.
This will be simply the best house. I hope that we can really build everything very quickly and start doing real pranks. We have a lot of ideas that need to be implemented and done as quickly as possible. I believe that each of us is really ready to spend a lot of effort to make a cool prank.
Phew, we really did it. We built our house inside a grave in a very cool way. I'm sure everyone will love it. I want to solve all these problems as quickly as possible and bring them to the very end. I believe in each of us committing to certain situations. Now we can really start pranking. They're going to be a lot of fun indeed, friends.
Yoo-hoo! Finally, we are going to prank our family. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, and now we will do just that. I hope everything goes as we think. Where do we start?
First of all, we must open the grave so that we can just put someone here. This will be really interesting. I want to put the villagers here so that our wives will be very angry that the villagers have appeared here and not ourselves.
That's a really good plan. They will really be surprised that we are not there and that the villagers will be there instead of us.
We just have to follow the plan and resolve all these issues as quickly as possible. This is really important for each of us. I can't wait to just see what comes out of this, because I don't even know what it will look like. We will have to lure the villagers inside with emeralds and then call
Mikey
our
and
wives.
JJ,
They will try
shouldn't
to
you
pull
be in
them
the
out
grave?
and will be
How can
very
we help
angry
you?
with them for crawling into the grave.
This is exactly how we will set up these villagers, but what can we do? This will be
Okay,
really
if
very
that's all you
interesting.
need, then
Yes,
no problem.
you should do it,
We
Mikey.
can stand inside.
Approach the
but we don't
villagers
need
and
problems
offer them
from your
some
wives
emeralds.
later.
They will definitely agree to follow you. I really hope our plan works. The villagers will have to play along with us and help with the prank. There
I
are
hope
villagers
everything
standing
goes
there.
quietly.
Hey,
After
help
all,
us, please.
we just
We want
decided
to prank
help
our
you for
wives.
emeralds. I hope we get them, and we will all be happy.
We are truly fully alive. You will have to stand there and just wait while the wives scream at you.
Everything will be fine and without any problems. We really just want to prank them. It will be truly unforgettable for all of us.
Of course you will get your emeralds. This is really a big help. They will have to come to our grave very soon. When they see you, they will be very angry. Just don't be scared and just leave when they tell you to.
I really believe that it will look really cool. They will get scared and think that they want to steal our bodies.
I'm really looking forward to this moment to look at all this. It will be really very interesting. They will scream and jump. They will be very angry about all this. But our prank will really turn out the way it should turn out.
Mikey, look! They really are going to the grave. They will now be very surprised by all this.
Ha ha ha! This is a really interesting prank, but this is not the last one we have prepared. There will be more and more.
They are very angry and are trying to get the villagers out of there. That's cool!
Since our first prank was a success, what will we do next? Do you have ideas?
Of course, prepare the second prank, Mikey. I already have almost everything for this, so it will be interesting. We just have to wait until no one is watching the cemetery. It's really important for us to do everything covertly. No one from our family should see us, because then all the pranks will be lost. Do you understand me or not?
Of course I understand. Therefore, we do all this very secretly. No one except the villagers knows that we are still here.
That's really not bad. We can do our pranks quite secretly, and I really like it. We must continue in the same spirit and do everything as quickly as possible, without any problems.
Exactly. No problem. Because we are able to solve any difficulties, we must organize all this as quickly as possible.
Next, we will have a golem. We will create a golem and place it inside. He will also have to anger our family, and I believe that this is possible. We really need to solve all the problems as quickly as possible.
Your ideas are really very cool, JJ. We can really create something special and prank our family. Of course, I thought that we would build some kind of traps or something else. But this also works well. Our friends will definitely be interested in this.
Our pranks should not hurt anyone. Our wives and children just need to understand that we cannot be written off. We are the strongest in the village, and we will fight to the last. So we need to show them this as best we can. We're way cooler than they think. Great, our second prank is ready, and we must wait for our wives or children. One of them must notice this golem.
Apparently this time our children will find a huge golem inside. I wonder what they will do with it. What if they just destroy him or throw a ball at him?
Let's see their reaction. It will be really very interesting. I hope we can win this prank and prank them all.
Apparently the golem scared them a lot. They don't even know what to do with him. This is a big problem and we must solve it as quickly as possible. We can't prank our children like that.
The golem will now get out on its own and try to scare them even more. Don't interfere. It's all a prank and we'll just have to see what their reaction will be.
This golem scared our children very much and they all left. JJ, maybe we went a little too far with this?
It seems to me that everything is just right. Don't worry so much. Everything will be really very good. And in the end, we will show ourselves to our family.
They are running from this golem all over the village. It really looks funny, even though they seem scared.
Anyway, it's all one big part of the prank. We'll be sure to tell them when we're done with the last one.
I really hope that we will succeed, because we have a lot of ideas, but we can't implement them all. It's hard enough to come up with something original.
Even though we haven't done this before, we are going quite confidently. At the very end, we will put real skeletons. Then our family will be really very angry and upset. And at the end, we will appear and make them happy. What do you think of this plan, Mikey?
Great plan! I'm sure people will be angry with us for a very long time, but because we are alive, everything will be really cool.
At the very end, we will have a cool celebration. Let's eat cookies and have fun. This will work out really well, I think.
We will have to organize everything as quickly as possible, because I want to go on holiday and have a blast. This is my #1 goal now.
Great! We need to pick up the second skeleton and place it inside our grave. Then we can really implement my latest prank.
You and I are really very bad guys, JJ. We could do without all this, but you want something more. Much more interesting and intriguing prank.
Of course, we will return them at the very end. There won't be any special problems. We will be able to resolve all issues quickly. Do you understand me? We staged everything. Now we just have to wait for our wives again. I'm really curious what they'll do with these skeletons.
Our family is already going to look at our grave. It's really exciting what they'll do.
They saw the skeletons, and now they will think that it is Mikey and me. We must watch what they will do and how they will react.
It seems to me that we will scare them very much with this. They literally won't know what to do and how to help us. This will be difficult to explain later.
Mikey, look! They pulled the skeletons out of the grave and are dragging them somewhere. What do they even want to do with them?
It really looks very strange, but we will have to take their place. Am I understanding you correctly, JJ?
Exactly! They will apparently now try to cure or somehow raise these skeletons. You and I will pretend to be zombies.
This prank will really be incredibly cool, because they definitely won't expect us to be zombies.
If they really do what I think we can do really cool, we just have to watch and wait for them. Understand?
This is really very cool. I hope to solve all problems as quickly as possible and without any problems. Each of us is doing everything possible to solve all the problems and bring the matter to the very end. It is most important.
Each of us does everything possible to prank our family and our wives in a fun way. This is really very cool. They actually tried to cure the skeletons. Therefore, instead of them, we will stand up and pretend to be zombies. This will be a lot of fun.
They will remember this for a very long time. I wonder what they will do with us and how they will help. After all, this will really all be very, very strange.
I think we should bring the whole situation to an end and just see their reaction. It will truly be incredible. I hope everything goes as planned. Great friends, we were able to turn into zombies. Now we are waiting for our wives and will resolve all issues with them. It will be fun.
Wives, you really were able to resurrect us. Only we have become real zombies. We absolutely don't know what to do.
We need to hide from the sun as quickly as possible so as not to start burning. This is the most important protection for us now.
They are building just such protection for us so that we can enter home. They really got to know us and are willing to help us. It's immediately clear that our wives are simply the best.
We must solve this problem, and what should we do in this form? We can't be zombies all our lives. This is incredibly bad.
Actually, I'm very hungry. Perhaps cookies or delicious meat? Being a zombie is really, really hard, friends.
Apparently, our wives are not comfortable that we have become zombies, Mikey. We must solve this problem as quickly as possible and become normal.
But I don't know anything at all how to do this. We simply have no way out of this situation.
No, apparently even these healing potions will not help us become normal again. We should just take magic and somehow turn into normal. You will need to go to the witch.
They are lost. They don't know at all what to do with us. We put them in a very difficult situation, JJ.
Apparently, they went for food. We would really like something tasty. I hope they bring us something really cool. Oh no, they want to feed us rotten flesh. This is truly the worst thing we could ever get. This is incredibly bad.
Then it's time to tell our wives that it was a prank. JJ, let's run away as quickly as possible, because we will now be destroyed.
Ha ha ha! We were able to coolly prank our family and, of course, escape. It was really very, very beautiful.